friends, welcome to Tea with Justine. We are in the historic town of Oxford, England, home to the University of Oxford, as you all know. I love this town. It's a great little day trip from London. It's an old town that's kept its magic and wonder, and I'm so excited to explore a little today. Off we go! So here we are on the high street where there are lots of boutiques and places to eat, and we are actually headed to the covered market to grab a bite to eat and to cruise around a bit. Here we are at Christ Church, one of the colleges of the University of Oxford. It's one of the biggest ones, and it was founded in 1546 by Henry VIII when he sort of separated himself from the Catholic Church. So Christ Church is also home of the Cathedral of Oxford. It's also famous for Alice in Wonderland and Lewis Carroll, and Harry Potter fans will recognize the dining hall. We are walking down a little pedestrian walkway full of shops, pharmacy, Mickey D's, everything. Ooh, Pasty Co. And we're gonna head to some libraries because, as you know, or if you don't know, I have an incredible fascination with British libraries, particularly the really old ones, because those are the root of magic. Those places I could just live in. And Oxford, with all its colleges, is the perfect place to go see a bunch of libraries. So I'm super excited. Oh look, fat face. No, that wasn't an insult, it's just the name of a store. I would just like to note though that there are buses everywhere, giant buses, local buses and tour buses, and the streets are small. So be careful because you are in the splash zone when you're walking on the street. Okay, so here we are at Duke Humphreys Library, and we just have to find the entrance. Well, looks like we can't check out the library at this time. We've got to come when they're giving tours. We can't go see it alone, so hopefully we can make time to come see it. But in other news, here's a famous archway that many of you will recognize. Okay, so maybe we can't get into any libraries right now, but we're inside Blackwell's bookshop, which was founded by the son of the city's first librarian. Benjamin Henry Blackwell founded the Company in 1879. It just looks like a modern, cute and cool bookshop, but it's got history. Okay, so a funny thing I've noticed is that pretty much every other store is an Oxford souvenir shop selling Oxford University stuff, selling British knickknacks and Hogwarts stuff. Apparently there's enough business for all of them. Those boats over there are part of an Oxford tradition called punting. If the weather was better, we could rent one ourselves, or we could hire someone to punt for us. And every year there's a huge competition between Oxford and Cambridge. So come here in warmer weather, give punting a go. When you're walking around the center of Oxford, you're basically walking through so much literary history. But if you really want to pay homage to some of the greatest, you gotta head to the Eagle and Child, an old pub where the Inklings were regularly hosted, and the Inklings included guys like C.S. Lewis, J.R. Tolkien, so maybe we'll go find Narnia in Middle-earth there. Although, I'd rather find Narnia than Middle-earth because Middle-earth scares me. Cheers, Dad.
Cheers.
Cheers to the great writers who sparked our imaginations and inspired us to think of bigger, better, wonderful worlds. May their spirits fill our souls. I'm excited we found this place. Authentic Caribbean food in Oxford.
So, exactly. That's what you all of us are in agreement.
They gave us this spiced pineapple, which is really good. Mamma mia! Our food has arrived and it looks amazing. I cannot believe we found this Caribbean restaurant in Oxford. Although I have to say, I shouldn't be surprised because Oxford University is such an international and one of the most renowned universities in the world that there is quite a diverse selection of food and people. But I was surprised. Chris got the spice steak and I am eating this most perfect oxtail. Look at that. Whoa! It is so good and tender. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spiced Roots, for possibly the best meal we've had here. This kalulu is really good too. It's basically like a root pureed soup. Yummy. I've never had pemi before, so I thought I'd try it. It's basically like a sweet tamale made out of cornmeal. And some raisins, some coconut cream. It's really delicious, especially with my tea. Who knew the best meal we'd have in Oxford was at a little Caribbean restaurant called Spiced Roots. Definitely, if you're in Oxford, visit this restaurant. It is so good. The service is great. They're very friendly. Oh man. I think my stomach's gonna explode though. Chris is gonna have to roll me back. Well, it's certainly been a lovely time in Oxford. The thing I love about this old town is that it's so old. You're basically walking through English history everywhere you go. I can feel the ghosts around me. Also, you're walking around a lot of really smart people, so I feel like by default my IQ goes up when I'm here. If you're in Oxford, just stroll by everything. You can't actually take a C.S. Lewis walking tour, but you'll basically see most of everything we saw. It's about a 2-hour walk, although it's a guided tour, so you'll probably learn a lot more than I did, other than finding out that everything is closed early. And that you can't go into all the libraries by yourself. I guess that makes sense because they don't want tourists to annoy actual students actually studying. So darlings, if you enjoyed that adventure, remember to check out our other adventures on our YouTube channel and subscribe and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms so we can discover the world through TV together. Doodles!